Hey guys, welcome back to Easy Keys Piano Tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a breakdown of the song Oh How I Love Jesus that we used previously in the previous drop 2 tutorial videos that we did, and it's going to be performed on C#. But before we get into this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any coming videos. If there are questions, let me know in the comment sections and I will be very glad to help and put you through. In the meantime, let's hop right into this breakdown. Now, this breakdown is going to be based on a couple of things. Number one, you need to know your drop twos. You need to know a little bit of how dominant seventh works. You need to know a little bit of diminished chords and a little bit of, melodic movements on the C#. As much as possible, the C# would have to be a somewhat comfortable key for you to be able to score through this breakdown, okay? Now, like you noticed at the beginning of the video, like I've done before, I did oh, okay? Now, this is simply a C# major 7, sharp 11, okay? This is your C# major 7, and sharp 11, this is 11, sharp 11, okay? My left hand I have C#, A flat, C#, G, C, F. You could also roll into it, okay? You could graze into that, movement, okay? This is A flat, B flat, C#, and D#. Then I did this. Now this chord is a C# diminished 7 add 9, okay? Now, I did a breakdown of how this chord works in one of my previous videos. It's about the first or second video of my channel, and you should be able to understand how I come about these chords, okay? But to explain to you, it's simply a C# diminished 7, as you can see here, and I'm adding the 9. Okay, so C#, E, G, B flat, E flat. Okay, then I go a whole step up. Same thing, but this one now is the D# diminish, add 9. Okay, or what you call the E flat. Okay, diminish major 7, add 9. So here I have the E flat, I have F sharp, I have A, I have D, and I have F. So again, it's going to be, see that? Now there's something I'm doing here in this chord, the C# diminish, add 9. I can either do this and it becomes a C# major 7 add 9, or a diminish add 9 and a major 7 add 9. So whatever you want to do with these two, if you do this, it's cool. If you do this, it's cool. You can do both. Okay, that's what I did here. I love. Of course, the bass player is not going to be doing this and this with me. He's gonna be doing maybe the 2 5 1, and while he's doing the 2 5 1, I'm gonna be doing the okay. So for the 2, it's gonna be this. I know it sounds a little jazzy, but yeah, you can just throw that in. So again, oh, how I love G, and then again, that's just a little grace note. Then I did the drop twos I explained in my previous video. Now for this move, I'm not going to spend too much time explaining it because it's in my previous video. If you need to know how to do this, lot better and faster, please check out my previous video. I did a breakdown of how to do it. So how I love. Now this part I'm getting into, it's like a turnaround, okay? It is like a turnaround. Now, the reason I'm doing this turnaround is because we have a lot of time in between, okay? Jesus, how I love Jesus. Oh, there's a whole lot of time playing the same chord would sound very boring, okay, or rather redundant, okay? And music is an art, okay? So you want to look for ways to add some, creativity while not compromising the basic chord, which is your chord number 1, okay? So at this point, how I love, I did this. You see that? So all I did is okay, you can see this as going from your 1 to your 6 to your 2, okay? But instead of hitting the 6 on my left hand, I do the sharp 5, or you can call it a flat 6, like a half step back. So this is playing the C major here over the A minor. Very simple, right? So A minor, C, whole triad. Then the C dominant 7 comes in here. So now this chord is simply a D sharp 7, sharp 11. Okay, that's E flat. On my left hand, I have the D sharp, A, C, sharp, F, and A flat, okay? So you can call this the C sharp chord over E flat and A, like a tritone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. You see that? I did this. This is simply a B minor 7, okay? This is a B major, B minor 7, okay? Again, da 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 da. Then I went to my 2. Then did a passing. That's a diminish. F diminished here. This is the chord you use if you're going from your 6 to your 2. Okay? Like from your 6 to your 2 minor. From your 6 here, you do this. So I did da 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 da, and I got to that chord. Then this is like a F sharp chord, but it's a suspended chord because I'm going to the A flat, dominant 7. Okay, so it's 1 sharp 5, 2, still on 2, then 5, then 1. It's a kind of 2-5-1 movement, but not really a regular kind of 2-5-1 movement. I just tweaked some notes around. The bass player would simply play. At this point, he can either play the 6 or he can play the sharp 5, then the 2. He can play, at this point, he can play the dominant 7 note, then back to the 2. So it's just 2, dominant 7, back to 2. Okay? So, da 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 da, da 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 da. Just making chromatic movements, okay? Okay, you can call this a C sharp. This is basically based on the C sharp, C diminished 7. So, I think the first ever video of my channel, I explained how to do this move. You can check the first video out and you see this, okay? Then, it's like doing a 4, 5, or a 2, 5. So it's not really difficult. So, again, B minor 7. Okay, so from the top. Oh, how I love G. How I love. Then turn around. Okay, and the next part is people do. Oh, how I love G's. But instead of doing that, from my 5, I go to my 7. Oh, you see that? Then how is it simply an F13? You can call this an F13, simple. How I love. Before you go to your 6, again. Da, 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 7, F13, which is your chord 3. Now back to that same kind of chord I told you earlier on, the diminished 7 add 9. It's a very, very nice chord to learn how to play. On your C major, C diminished 7, you add the 9. On your C sharp, 7 add 9. 7, add 9, add 9. So that's all I'm doing, okay? So from the 3 chord, da, 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 7, 3, and 6. And I did something like this. Okay, before I get to that point, so from this point, I want you to see this like an A flat 7, okay? Like a A flat 7 chord. So on my left hand I have G and I have E flat. On my right hand I have G, G sharp, C, and I have the D sharp here. So okay, and from here I go to my 6th major, which is the B flat. Okay, so B flat 7, then you just do this, just a little grace note to D and back to B flat. Then I'm back to my F sharp 6, or you can call this the E flat minor. Then this chord, the very popular F diminished 7 chord or D diminished 7 chord. Before going back to your 2, chord 2. This is your E flat minor chord. It's like playing on the chord 2 on the C sharp. Chord 2. So I'm gonna go from the 3 and that diminish 7, add 9, 6 to the A flat 7 rootless chord, to your chord 6, which is your B flat 7, then pass down to your E minor, E flat minor, then you can call it the F diminished 7 or D diminished 7, then back to your E flat minor. Then do the walk up, the popular gospel walk up. So all I'm doing here is this. From here, I'm back to the same F diminished 7 chord or the D diminished 7 chord. It's a very popular chord in C sharp. If you play C sharp, you should be able to play the different variations of this chord. It's gonna come in handy, okay? So because he. Now this is another popular chord the gospel players use. It's a D sharp diminished 7. Remember, diminished 7. I've always talked about that, which is the E flat diminished 7. Okay. On my left hand I have F sharp and C sharp. On my right hand I have A, C sharp, E flat, and F sharp. Okay. So da da da. Okay. Now I move into this chord here, which is simply, it's actually an F13th. Now when we say 13th, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, okay? Going through the dominant 7. The gate to the upper structure is the dominant 7 note. So, but I didn't play all the notes of the full F13th chord. I just singled out the dominant 7 note and did this. See that? So again, now I did this. Again. 13th. I'm just moving my middle finger from the D note in chromatics. Then before I hit the B note, I go back to that same popular chord I talk about all the time, which is the F diminished 7, or the D diminished 7, or the B diminished 7, whatever you want to call it, because, you know, or A flat diminished 7. This same chord, it's like a magic chord in C sharp. If you noticed, I've used this chord over and over and over again. Okay? Chromatic. So here I have D, F, A flat, B, and F. See that? Love, back to the E flat minor, then the A flat 7, then the 1. Okay? That's a beautiful one. Love, you can do da 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 me, 'cause he first. Okay, love, you can do da da da. You can do the same thing. It's very beautiful. You can do the da da da, and the same thing here. Da da da. You're 1. So all I'm doing is 6, 2, 5, and 1. Okay. Now for your ending. Simply holding the C sharp and C sharp. I did a video where I explained how to do grace notes, having the melody at the top and the melody at the bottom, and just doing this. This is C and A flat. You move to your B flat and F sharp, and back to your chord 1. All I'm simply doing under these two notes here is playing the 5 and the 4 and back to the 1. But rather than cluster all those notes, I just single these out. That's the beauty of drop 2s. Okay, some people do. If they're trying to get really emotional with the playing. So there you go. That's how it goes. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I know it's a longer breakdown, but that's because I have to bring detail so you're not just memorizing the chords, but you also understand the concept surrounding what I'm doing. Let me know in the comment section if you have questions, and I'll be glad to help you through. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any coming videos. Like I said in the video, there are other videos I have done in these subjects. You might want to check them out through these boxes on the left and the right, and let me know if you have questions. In the meantime, this is Easy Keys Piano Tutorial signing out. See you in the next video.